Hello, today's the day we're going to unpin our sunset moth. So what we're going to do first, it's really simple. We're just going to take all of our little pins out here and place them into the board. And once you've done that, it's all pretty straightforward. I like to keep the tissue on, or the wax paper on the wings until I'm completely done, just so that I don't expose the wing unnecessarily. And here it is, the finished product. Oh, I had another pin here. I was taking this one down. There it is. All right, so you want to keep in mind that we have our two little pins here on the abdomen. And then you're just going to grab it here by the one in the thorax. You're not going to take that off yet, because remember, this one is through the body. I lost a leg there, but it's not something that we need. So here's the finished product. Isn't it so beautiful? And if you decided to, you could always, if you wanted to, sometimes I'll pin them and I'll end up liking the underside better. And this is how I end up framing them. I like this side of the sunset moth. It's like the more pastel side, but you can choose to frame it however you want. So I will show you in just a second how to get this on your frame mat here with the background like you got in the class. You can choose to orient it however you'd like. You can go ahead and do a like a portrait style or a landscape. I'm gonna go ahead with landscape for this one, but I'm turning it this way so I can see what I'm doing. I used a ruler and I got my center point here. I just put a little pencil mark there. And I'm using the super glue that I gave everybody in class. But like I said, if you have hot glue and it's something you prefer, go ahead and use it. I prefer hot glue myself. It just sets quicker and you know it's gonna stay right where you put it. But if this is the glue that you have and you want to go ahead and use it, you're just going to use I'm just going to use a pretty small amount. I'm going to put it in like a little line here because the body of the moth is going to cover most of your glue. You don't want to use too much. All right. So I've got my moth here and this part right here. It's a little bit delicate. Now I've found the easiest way to remove it from that needle that you have through the thorax here is you're just going to kind of grab it between your fingers here, gently hold it and then twist that needle. You gotta keep twisting it until it starts to feel like it comes loose. This one's a little sticky. Okay, and then I'm gonna get my tweezers here. And I'm just gonna take these and I'm just gonna, I've got a little bit of leg there. The legs are very brittle. I'm just gonna gently lay it down where that glue dot was. And I wanna make sure it's pressed into it. Don't press too hard. And then I usually just use my fingers for this instead of the tools, but you can use the tools, you can use your fingers. And then just adjust it until it's right where you want it to be. And once that glue sets, you are not going to be able to move it. So you really want to look at it from different angles and make sure that it's right where you want it to be. Oh, I breathed on it too hard and then it moved. Alright, so I like the placement here. Let's see. Even. And I'm gonna let that sit here for about 15 minutes before I put it in the frame, just so it can off-gas a little bit as it dries. And then I'm gonna put it in my frame, and I will be right back. Final step in the process. We've got our moth all dried here. And what I'm gonna do is I have my frame, took the back off of it, the glass there. I like to just blow on it to try to get off any debris or fuzz in there. If you notice anything that's annoying, like smudges inside the glass, a microfiber cloth or a paper towel will work, but you might have to blow on it again to get the remaining little fuzzes out. So what you're going to do now is you're just going to very carefully flip over your baby here, set it down gently, put the top on, and then carefully you have to kind of like push these down and to get them into the holes there. Let's see, did I put it in right? Ta-da! And there it is. If you have any problems during this process, any questions at all, any mishaps along the way, please make sure to, you can message me on Instagram, or you can email me too if that works better, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, and I will walk you through anything you're having a hard time with. Thank you so much for coming to my class. I had so much fun, and I hope I see you again soon.